ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to week 7 of our official series, season 2. We're here at Rockingham Speedway. We are running 90 laps here. And I think tonight will be a very fun night. A very interesting night, to say the least. Starting off tonight, we have the 139 of Andrew Kuhn. See how he starts us off. See, coming on turn 3 and 4. And what would lap time be here tonight? 25-3. There, 5. Almost a 10th off. Noah Steele. Man has been on fire. If he wins tonight, 5 races in a row. And Chase Matsko with the exact same time as Andrew Kuhn, our leader. And as of now, I'm joined in the booth by a good friend, Jonathan Bedlin, which I believe is occupied at the moment. Right now,
I'm here at the moment.
Okay, how you doing? Noah Steele. What on the pole? 24.804.
That's a pretty good time.
Yeah, he's usually our fastest driver out here. A tenth faster than Chase Matsko and everyone else. Now 517 of Jonathan Green. Where will he sit in all of this? Currently 4th. And that was his 3rd lap. Ryan Peters in the 05 car starting on his completing his first lap. And he will be 4th. Basically 3 tenths off the leader. Got a little loose coming out of turn 2.
The car kind of got a little bit whiskey throttled there on him.
Yes, sir. And loose again off of 4. Loop around that high lap will not be valid for the 05 car. Now, Jonathan Medlin, this is your first race with us. And as always, I'm say right now that who, as of right now, would you have your eyes set on at this moment?
Of the drivers that are in the field, I have to say I'm definitely going to have my eyes on Crosby. I know he has the capability of being sneaky. Some of the other names I'm kind of getting used to. As you mentioned, this will be my first race with you, but yeah, Steele is one that I'm definitely going to have my eyes on, and Matsko, because he ran a really clean lap, even though he's about 0.25 back from Steele on the qualifying times. He ran real smooth, real clean. that can transition into a lot once they start racing.
I agree. And one person, actually two people, waiting for to start their qualifying time is Nolan Hicks and Scott Strystick. Nolan Hicks is in the session. But we gotta wait for them to grid up as we are doing so now. So wait for everything at the moment. We're gonna pull in the pole sitter. If he's in here. Yes, sir. He is pulling Noah Steele. Noah Steele, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, 10th faster than Chase Masco and my brother Andrew Kuhn. What is your strategy going into this race with, honestly, two very fast competitors? And I think Nolan Hicks was able to join the session just in time. What's your strategy with those two, especially with now Nolan usually has your number in the Gen 4. So, what's your strategy going into this?
Not kill myself. If I finish second, third, I'm happy with it. I got a decent points lead. Of course, I'm gonna try to, do my best. But Nolan's having some issues with his wheels, so hopefully he gets that fixed. Um, but yeah, just race clean and race the track instead of my competitors.
Yes, sir. It sounds like a good strategy. And if you win tonight, this will be your fifth win in a row as far as night to night basis.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't jinx it. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, good luck out there, and hopefully we can bring you back in later.
All right, thank you.
That being said, we're going to take a look at tonight's race analysis. Tonight we got 90 laps of racing and 3 sets of tires tonight. And right now, Noah Steele and Chase Masco, your front row for this evening. Andrew Kuhn out there in third. Now, he has been really consistent of able to get second. He's been right about on the door of Noah Steele as far as races go. And right now, could tonight be his night?
Sorry, sitting over here with technical difficulties. Forgot that I had push to talk enabled, and yes, I wasn't enabling the microphone.
I
I
got
was
you.
talking to myself.
As the pace car goes off tonight and down at pit lane, Noah Steele taking command. A green flag is out. And we got a little bit of looseness back here with 05 Ryan Peters. 3 wide going into turns 1 and 2. Is he able to get that a little bit sorted out? Derek Five still in the middle. Do believe he was able to get that sorted, but right now, Nolan Hicks starting from the back. He was our Gen 4 Throwback Series champion. Let's see how he'll do faring against. He got to go all the way through the field. Right now, the 517 Jonathan Green, aka John Fago, up in third. Started fifth. Looking good. Still rolling the high line. Right now, as it stands, Noah Steele pulling away from Chase Masco. Man, every time I say something about that, it just gets reeled in just a little bit slightly. And caution is out!
Yeah, 22 got sideways.
We'll have to take a look at that for sure. He's going down in turn 1. Made contact with Derek 5. Got loose and overcorrected into the wall. He's got a little bit of front end damage on the nose. Doesn't look like anything too severe. I think he'll be able to get that damage fixed during this caution. And in here we will, since he was at cause of the caution, the 22 Jarrett Streisig will be serving the EOL. Hopefully it does not have too much damage on that front end. And the 09 of Derek 5 looks like something happened to him. That left, looks like the rear of the car is pinched up a little bit. Let's see if we can get a better view of it. But as far as it stands, right now Noah Steele will gain a bonus point for lap lead and the pole position. So it's like Derek 5 has gotten all the damage fixed that he needs. Yep. Jared Streisig still in the pits. Making his way out of pit lane now. As we are double file, 1 to green this time. Starting order the same as we had to start this race, except for Jonathan Green is in 4th position. Hopefully we won't have a shuffle like we did at the start of this restart, and the control will be under Noah Steele. As a pace car heads off into pit lane. Green flag. And Noah Steele with a huge jump. Everybody else seems to be double file except for the 86 of Nolan Hicks. Nolan Hicks already up to 4th. He started back in 8th position. Trying to gain on the 1st through 3rd.
Yeah, that Taco Bell car just looks fast.
Nolan Hicks was our fastest driver in the Gen 4 Throwback Series, and he's showing the reason why. He's already back here to be on the bumper of the 139 car of Andrew Kuhn.
Crosby trying to make a move as well.
Andrew Kuhn also went up into the wall. Got a little tight into turn 3. And Nolan Hicks now up to 3rd position.
Crosby got a little loose coming into the back straightaway, getting into the wall, but he is still making a bid now, moving towards Andrew Kuhn.
And the 7-3 car, John Crosby, is our first season winner of the official series. Was not able to make the majority of these races, so therefore he will not be able to contend for this season official series championship. As of this moment, let's take a look at the fastest lap. And right now, who has 3 bonus points is our current race leader, the 8 car of Noah Seal, and Nolan Hicks, only 400ths of a second off his fastest lap. And Chase Masco, full 10th off the fastest time in the race session. I feel that lap time may change during green flag pit stops. Andrew Kuhn gaining rapidly on the 86. Able to pull and close that gap right there for just a little bit. Oh, got high into the wall. He would keep the car together. Car who has not been the same since, obviously, since the start. It's a 22 Jarrett Strikestick. Possibly still has some front damage and maybe some wheel damage because he just does not seem very stable.
Yeah, he seems to be falling back quite a bit after taking that hit into the wall.
Yeah, he's still tight. He's still hitting that wall for turn 1 and 2. His dad in a 94 car right behind him. Usually he does not have the fastest pace out here, but he may want to make an exception for tonight. Just able to get by his son in the 22. The 22 almost cuts him off.
Nolan Hicks has done moved up into second and is pushing on the back bumper of Steele. He's only like 0.43 off of that time of Noah Steele.
It just shows how fast the 86 is. And right now, the 139 of Andrew Kuhn trying to get to the inside of the 26 of Chase Matsko. We now have 19 laps completed here at Rockingham. Anyone's race. Right now, the 86 of Nolan Hicks gaining a lot of time off the exit of turn 2, but lost a lot of it out of turns 3 and 4. Like right now, the kryptonite for Noah Steele is turns 1 and 2. We got a good battle here for third position. 26 of 139 and Andrew Kuhn. It's almost side by side in during turns 3 and 4. Masco putting a gap on that 139 car. We were side by side in turn 3, but now it does not seem to be that way anymore. But this car is going really high. Entering turns 1 and 2. I'm gonna now draw back your attention. Maybe you have to look at this fastest lap. I mean, still only 400ths of a second off, but right now the pace is going back to Nolan Hicks. So Nolan Hicks gets into the wall a little bit. Time dwindling away for the 8 car. Only 20 laps from halfway into this race. Right now that pace is just a great starting pace, but right now long in run pace is going to the 86 car of Nolan Hicks. The 22 car Jared Strice, I can see Lord Tower now 2 laps down. And currently in pit lane now 3 laps down. May have had too much damage, or car got too tight where he could not handle it any longer. As I was looking, let's take a look at battle for third. Andrew Kuhn, Chase Maska, almost side by side in turn 1. Who will gain the momentum into turn 3? Now, very Chase Maska. Andrew Kuhn cannot get, for some reason, cannot get by the 26. Just having a hard time. Chase Maska hitting the wall hard. About 26 and 139 into the wall. Jonathan Green would take advantage as he gets 4th position now. And Jonathan Green put himself into 3rd position. He seems to have a really good, decent long pace for him. Over a third of the race completed. Something I just noticed was Nolan Hicks no longer on pace like he once was. Because right now he's falling back was falling back a lot. Maybe it was the lap traffic of Scott Streisig, but maybe it was. But he does not seem like he had the pace like he once had, because that was over a second. Come back to battle for third. Jonathan Green to the inside. Trying to get the momentum into turns one. Green high. Exiting low with the run. He dives low. Side by side. Green almost into the 26. Turns 1, 2, still side by side. Can Green get the run? I think it's just hard to pass on the inside. What do you think, Jonathan?
Sorry, I had to step away to the restroom. I am back from downstairs though, and ready to go.
I was just saying that so far, if you miss, since you missed what happened earlier, Andrew Green trying his hardest trying to pass on the inside. Jonathan Green now trying to pass on the outside, and seems to work. So 139 got loose. I don't know what happened to him after the exit of turn 2. He's now down to 7th place for that one mistake. And Jonathan Green up to 3rd position. I think this is the highest he's been all season long since Daytona a month ago.
The question is, can he capitalize and hold on to it?
Now, I do not know if he has the pace to catch Noah Steele and Nolan Hicks, but I do feel like he has the pace to be able to maintain 3rd position. Because not including this race, we have 2 more weeks of racing, I do believe, until our playoffs. Which right now Noah Steele has one heck of a lead. He can probably miss a couple races and be absolutely fine throughout the rest of the season.
You might know too that Noah Steele is now coming around and about to lap Jarrett Streisig in the 22 car.
Jared Streisig is currently 8 laps down and is now 9 laps down. He went into the pits to fix his damage. And unfortunately for Jared Streisig, he had incident on lap 3 that has caused, so it goes back and now 10 laps down.
Now we're getting a little close to that wall coming out of the turn there.
He has one. I think he has like basically the whole pace of the race. It'll be hard for everybody else to catch up in. Specifically, Nolan Hicks. It'll be hard for him to get back to the 8 car of Noah Steele, because he was under a second, almost a half a second behind Noah Steele. But now look at it, is over 2.5 seconds, and the gap is still extending. So as I say that, there's rapidly gets too tense. We are now halfway through this race, a little over halfway. And the
I
question is,
think once Hicks gets around Streisig there and gets a little bit of clean air, he might be able to put a little bit more time back in his favor, getting towards Steele.
this has just happened, but the pit cycle coming in soon. You gotta. It's one of these things of now. Will and Nolan Hicks going down into pit lane, starting our green flag pit stop.
And that's another thing you have to take into consideration is when do you pit? Because we had the caution, uh, and Noah Steele, as I say that, is going to come into the pits now.
Apparently,
We
Jonathan Green already started the pit cycle and is now currently a lap down, but he'll be able to get that lap back once Noah Steele, Chase Masco, Andrew Kuhn, everybody else comes down to pit lane, which Noah Steele is now down in pit lane. See Noah Steele now pit lane. Well, Andrew Kuhn and Chase Matsko start pitting now, or they try to extend out as long as they can. But the problem is you got guys like Noah Steele, Nolan Hicks, all these fast guys out there right now. I do believe that Jonathan Green is currently in 8th. So something must have happened in pit lane because he was already in there before Nolan Hicks is now a lap down. Well, now is 7th.
and Chase Matsko is now in the pits.
So now we have a lead swap with everything happening.
Andrew Kuhn is in first place now with Noah Steele in second. Crosby in third. Nolan Hicks in fourth. Derek Fye in fifth. And Fago in sixth. Scott Streisig in seventh. Peters in eighth. And Matsko has now dropped all the way down to ninth. And then, of course, 12 laps down is Jarrett Streisig.
Which unfortunately, he felt like he could have a decent race for him. And Andrew Kuhn leading his laps. He will also gain a bonus point tonight. Now the baton hands back over to Noah Steele. You see, Scott Streisig got into the wall right in front of the A car of Noah Steele.
Andrew Kuhn has come into the pits, and Matsko has just left the pits.
Which Andrew Kuhn now leaving pit lane. I'll put 139 of Andrew Kuhn, I do believe, a lap down, and right now swap of positions. One person who has not pitted is Scott Streisig, which I do believe he will be pitting shortly, and he just went down to pit lane. Crosby now has a full mirror of Nolan Hicks, trying to keep him high. That works well for Nolan Hicks. He just gets around this every 3 of John Crosby. 34 laps remaining in this race. Gotta think about this as well. With fresh tires now for available on everybody's car, who will prevail? Almost at the 05 into the 8 car because he almost came off the wall right into the 8 car of Noah Steele.
Yeah, Steele on them fresh tires. I mean, that car is just ramping it up and moving it along.
Your top 5 are the only cars on the lead lap. Right now, half the field is a lap down, which I think is kind of concerning for some of these drivers because the caution comes out now. You know, most of them won't be able to get their lap back unless all the cars on the lead lap hit. With 30 laps to go this time, take a look and see. Oh my goodness. If you take a look at the fastest lap on screen now, you see 2 drivers with the exact same time. Noah Steele and John Crosby with the exact same time of 24.640, down to the thousandth of a second. That is insane.
And that's what I was saying at the beginning of the race. You can't put anything past John Crosby. That man can be sneaky in a race car.
Absolutely. And would see that is absolutely insane. Right now, the only thing for Crosby is that long run pace is not really benefiting him, unlike it is for the 86 of Nolan Hicks. Because right now, Nolan Hicks is just rapidly gaining on him in certain parts of this track. I think specifically right now, turns 3 and 4. Jonathan Greening was the 7th, now up to 4th position. Now, 25 laps to go right now. Do you think that Nolan Hicks can actually gain all this time onto Noah Steele?
Yeah, it's hard to say when you're looking at a 3.8 to 4 second gap. It's going to be hard for him to get that much time back in that short of a time.
Yeah, especially in a track like Rockingham that is very technically sound. I mean, anything can happen with 23 laps remaining of this race.
Absolutely, anything could happen. I mean, you could have a caution and he could get Steele off the restart. But I think if it stays green with no cautions, I think Noah Steele's got it wrapped up. I mean, he is just he's racing the track and keeping everybody behind him.
I mean, I do tend to agree with you, and on that note, because Noah Steele just an Xfinity car all season long, just a force to be reckoned with. Very fast driver in that 8 car, and no one has really had an answer for him on any tracks we've been to so far. Like I said, I think it's just very hard for him to gain all that time back.
Yeah, and as you say that, I look over and the gap's up to 4.5 now. So I mean, it's like Noah Steele's just continuing to pull away.
So, and one one thing I want to kind of put on notice again right now is the fact that Jonathan Green, right now as it stands, 20 laps to go. Same thing happened last time. Long Run was able to keep his pace up, not burn his tires up. It would keep everything together, nice and simple, and was catching up to third place, who was then the 26 of Chase Metzko. With 18 laps to go, 4.5 seconds. Like you said, I think the 8 car, Noah Steele has it unless something absolutely crazy happens, like a caution, or he gets loose and, or just gets tight and hits the wall coming out of turn 2 or turn 4.
Yeah, that's one thing I like about these intermediate tracks. So, and Noah Steele's putting on a absolute clinic on how to run them, running that low line to the high line, getting it low in the curves, staying at the bottom of the incline, and then rocking it back to the wall, and just drifting off the wall through the straightaway, and then slingshotting yourself back down into and out of the curve. He is putting on an absolute clinic on how it is to be done.
Yes, sir. What, and most importantly, like was at Rockingham, as far as very, like I said, very technicals, turn 1 and 2. Not typical on your, intermediate style track, because you're already kind of going into the turn at a weird angle. It's very tight, 1 and 2.
That gap between Noah Steele and Nolan Hicks is now up to a 5.9.
I mean, yeah,
So
this is,
almost a 6-second gap.
yeah, it's absolutely insane. I think only hits. Oh, got a little loose coming out of 2. That's gonna push it up, make that gap bigger even more. I mean, that's all it takes though. Is just a car getting loose, overcorrecting. Caution goes out. We get the field all back together. Some cars get their laps back, and I guarantee you, all the lead lap cars will take their their second set of fresh tires that is available.
The 86 car of Hicks looks like it's running a little loose there as he's coming out of the turns.
And especially at a turn 2, couple laps ago. Yep, right there again. Got onto the apron, just shot him up in. Just shot him up.
That makes you wonder if you can get a little damage somewhere from a previous scrub on the wall or something that's eating them tires and getting them a little bit looser than he normally would be.
I would say, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, sometimes a little bit too much. You can definitely get this car really squirrely. As he makes contact with the wall out in turn 3. 6.5 seconds. Let's see right now. 517 of Jonathan Green and 73 car John Crosby battling for third right now with 10 laps to go. Jonathan Green out in front. His name is Jonathan Green, but we also like to call him John Fago. Or that's what he likes to be known as.
He must like to drink Fago.
I've already heard he likes it a lot. Eight laps to go. So
And Streisig just passed by Crosby.
I wonder if Crosby's got some damage or something. He got a little bit of wheel damage somewhere. Is what it looks like now. Yeah, Jonathan Green pulling away from 17th car John Crosby. Six laps to go this time by. Right now, I can only think of two drivers that would absolutely love a caution right now. Probably the same thing of John Crosby and the 86 of Nolan Hicks. Those two guys would probably absolutely love a caution right now.
Yep, and I've been watching Crosby on my side, and he just got a little loose and got into the wall, kind of like Hicks did earlier.
This is one of those things of where pushed his car a little too hard, just and off the wall, able to keep it together. That's going to help the 09 Derek 5 catch up to him, as he has the leader right now in his rear view mirror.
Yep, and 2 laps to go. I'm gonna go ahead and put my bid in and call it Noah Steele takes it.
Yeah, this has definitely been his forte, is a dominating fashion. And now 2 laps to go. Four cars remaining on the lead lap. A very hard technical track. 1 to go. As we cross the start finish line here and now. The only flag that will finish this race is a checkered flag. Man has been dominating. Has
He
led
said in the
85 laps, dominated this whole thing.
He said in the pre-race interview he just wanted to race a clean race, and he has done exactly that.
Yes, sir. And another win down for Noah Steele. Bring in our race winner. Noah Steele, you got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Man, 5 wins in back-to-back. At this point, you know you're happy.
Yeah, I'm happy about it. I thought Nolan was gonna beat me, but I guess his wheel was um, a little too messed up to like be able to save tire. I think if his wheel was correct, he definitely would have gave me a run for his money. Probably beat me worse than I beat him. So, but I'm happy.
Well, with especially with the performance like that, you had Crosby, Andrew Kuhn. Those two guys usually one of the faster guys out here tonight. Andrew Kuhn finished a lap down, and Crosby almost a lap down. Like, what was your thoughts behind those two drivers? Like, not being in the position that they were.
I know that I think Andrew pitted later, so I think the tire strategy just didn't work out for him. I know he got stuck behind, I believe Ryan, maybe, and I was just able to like keep in front of him. I thought he was gonna come up and pass me, but I guess his tires wore out too quickly. So, but I guess strategy didn't work his way, and then Crosby, I don't know when he pitted. So I mean, it all depends on pitting time because tire wear is just so insane here.
I got, I got you, man. Well, congratulations on your fifth win in a row as far as in nightly standard, and you still have, I believe, a 6 wins in a row in Xfinity.
Yeah,
Anyone you
yeah,
want to
since
shout out
Daytona.
for it?
Uh, just y'all for putting on the race and let me race, and then family, family sports watches. So thank them.
Yes, sir. Well, hopefully we'll see you this Friday. And I forget where's that this Friday. Hold on. That's terrible. I'm an announcer and I do this mess. Southern National. I thought it was there.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there.
All right, man. See you this Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we're bringing second place of Nolan Hicks. Nolan Hicks, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, not the finish I know you were hoping for because usually you're in Nolan's situation of dominating the field, but tonight it wasn't even you.
Yeah, honestly, I'll take a second place because I think I had 30 seconds to grid up, and I had to recalibrate my whole wheel and pedals, and I quickly found out that my wheel was not calibrated right. I
Oh
couldn't
no.
save tires. My wheel was probably clocked on the straightaways at 11 o'clock, and then in the turns I was fully at 9 o'clock, which was a pain on my wrist and a pain on my tires. But honestly, I'll take a P2 after all that crap.
Well, man, congratulations on P2, and good, and it was good to be able to see you tonight. Anybody want to shout out for their second place tonight?
Just thank you guys for putting on the league. Thank my family for always supporting me, and yeah, that's about it.
All right, sir. Hopefully, we'll see you again sometime.
All right, see you later.
All right, and now finally, our third place of tonight. Jonathan Green, John Fago, you got a copy?
I do, sir.
Well, man, third place tonight. I know that's probably a shocker for you.
Wasn't sure how well that was going to go. I didn't think I had enough speed to stay up there, but they definitely drove away from me up front. But yeah, I'm just happy to come away with the podium.
Yes, sir. And with everything.
Oh, what happened? You disappear? I don't hear you.
With everything happening tonight as far as pace, I mean, I know you were probably shocked as far as everything. Um, Especially with John Crosby, because usually he's faster than you on the long run now, but you were able to get by him. I don't know if he had damage or anything like that.
I was just trying to drive it fairly conservatively, hoping I would save enough for the end, and I was definitely getting. They were gapping me at the beginning, but we did catch up to the last little group of people before Noah and Nolan up there at the end of that first run.
Yes, sir. Well, hopefully we'll see you this Friday at Southern National.
Absolutely. Short track racing.
Well, that will do for tonight at Rockingham. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining me tonight in the booth, and hopefully we will see you back in here sometime soon.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was a blast.
Thank you. And on that note, we will see you this Friday night at Southern National.